What's up, you guys? It's Katie, and today I'm going to be teaching a lesson for the dance Mentirosa, which is choreographed by Alexis Chavez. I just got back from Arizona where I judged a competition and they danced this, and I've gotten a couple requests to break it down into 8-count sections like my normal lessons. Just a reminder, Alexis does have a walkthrough tutorial on TikTok already. It's in my reposts, but if you want something a little slower where we can practice each 8-count one at a time, here's your lesson. So let's go ahead and get started. The sequence is going to be up on the screen the entire time. It's relatively straightforward. The only kind of hiccup we have is the first wall is going to have a restart on it, but after that it's pretty much BBABBA, pretty straightforward through the rest of the song. So we have a 64 count A phrase and a 32 count B phrase, and it's 2 walls. So let's go ahead and get started. We're starting our first count of 8, we're starting at 12 o'clock. We're starting with 4 back chugs, basically very similar to the dance Fat that has been trending. We don't have the same kind of styling in Mentirosa. You have a lot more flexibility with what you can do with it. So we're going to be chugging our foot 4 times, our right foot out to our side. We're pivoting on our left foot. I have 4 steps to make it around a half turn. I'm turning over my right shoulder. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. You can style that however you want. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to be doing kick and points, starting with my right foot. So right 5 and 6, pointing out to my left, and then again on my left, 7 and 8. Okay, so let's just try that kind of 8. We're doing 4 back chugs and kick and points. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Okay, we're on our second count of 8 of Mentirosa in part A. We just did our kick and points, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, I'm going to be starting with a right sailor step. So I'm going back, out, out. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I'm doing a behind side cross to my right hand side. So I'm stepping with my left foot. 3, out and on my right foot. 4, crossing with my left foot. I'm going to scooch over for a second so I have room to do the rest. Okay, so that's 3 and 4. 5, I'm going to unwind a half turn. You'll see my legs are crossed. I'm going to unwind a half turn over my right shoulder and face back at 12 o'clock. 5, 6, I'm going to snap both of my hands out at my sides. This is basically a hold, but it's like turn, hold, and you're going to snap when you hold. And 7 is going to be a ball cross. So I'm going to be stepping and 7, and my left foot crossing behind my right foot. And then 8, I'm unwinding back to front. You can snap again, because it's basically 8 is an unwind and there's a beat in the music. You can snap again. The second snap is not in the step sheet though. The first snap is. So make sure you hit that first snap, especially if you're competing it, okay? So we did 5 and 6, 7 and 8. We're going to go our second count of 8 now, starting with a sailor step. 1 and 2, weave, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. We're on our third count of 8 of Mentirosa. We just finished our unwind, 8 back to front. We're going to be doing 8 counts of grooves, 4 on one side and 4 on another side. Alexis calls them grooves in the step sheet. Essentially what they are hip and shoulder isolations. So on 1, I'm stepping out my right foot to my right front diagonal. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to be pushing my chest out like in front of me, essentially. I'm not that much of a hip hop dancer. What I do know from hip hop is how to isolate chest and shoulders. That is something that's a little bit more of an advanced move. If you want to just kind of lean forward and back for 4 counts, 4, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, as long as you're stepping out on 1 and returning to center on 4. Otherwise, you can kind of just freestyle whatever you want to do in those 4 counts. So we're stepping out 1, and then isolation 2, 3, and then 4 returning to center. We're 5, 6, 7, 8. We're doing the same thing on the left side. So 1, 2, or 5, 6, 7, and then returning 8 to center. Okay, let's just try that count of 8, starting with the right step. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. Our fourth count of 8 of Mentirosa, we just did our grooves. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to be starting with 2 pivot turns. They're right pivot turns, so I'm stepping with my right foot, turning over my left shoulder, and we're doing 2 of them and making a full turn. So I'm going 1, step 1, turn 2, step 3, turn 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm going to be doing 4 camel walks forward with an asterisk. We'll talk about that at the end. So I'm stepping forward with my right. 5, popping my left knee because they're camel walks, right? 6, stepping with my left, popping my right knee. Remember what camel walks look like? So we go step, pop, step, pop, step, and pop. Your free leg is popping when your stepping leg is down, okay? So I'm going step 5, step 6, step 7, 8. Okay. The asterisk is when we do a restart, there will be a modification, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But for right now, we're doing 4 camel walks forward. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just do the first 32 counts of part A. So we're starting with the back chugs. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Sailor. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Groove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's the asterisk, right? The first time that we do part A and we have a restart, there is a modification. Instead of doing 4 camel walks, you're going to be doing 3 camel walks. 1, 2, 3, and then jumping with your weight split apart on 4. 4. Okay, that's going to set you up to start part B, because part B is going to have the heel twists. Okay, so we are still on part A of Mentirosa. We are going through with the second half of part A. Now remember, when we're not doing the restart, so every other time we're doing part A, we're doing 4 camel walks. 5, 6, 7, 8, right? We're going to be starting with 2 syncopated V steps, but there's a difference between the 2 of them. The first, you're going to be doing a V step on your heels. Okay, so I'm going out, out, in, 1 and 2 and, starting with my right foot, 1 on my heels, and 2 and. Okay, as I'm going out, out, there on my heels. 1 and 2 and. 3 and 4 and is the same thing, but you're not on your heels, you're on your toes. 3 and 4 and. And yes, we can tell the difference in competition. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm doing 2 chug turns over my left shoulder, turning back to 12 o'clock with some hip rolls. Okay, so I'm going 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's just try that kind of 8 really quick, starting with the V steps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're on our 5th count of 8 of part A. So we just did the hip rolls back to the front. Excuse me, we're on our 6th count of part A. So we're going to be starting with a cross and heel and cross and heel. I'm crossing with my right foot over my left. So I'm going and cross and heel. That's 1, 2, and 3. So and 1 and 2. Cross and heel over to the other side. And 3 and 4. 5 and 6, I'm doing a crossing triple with my right over my left. 5 and 6, 7 and 8, I'm doing a point center hitch, pointing my left out to my left side. Point and hitch. Okay, so let's go over that really quick. We're doing cross and heel, cross shuffle, point and hitch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so we're working on our 7th count of 8 of Mentirosa. We just finished our point and hitch, right? I'm going to be doing 2 step touches backwards, first starting with my left and then my right. So I'm going 1, 2, and then touch back with my right. 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm doing a left mambo backwards. So I'm stepping back with my left foot. 5, recovering on my right, 6 stepping forward. You'll frequently see this styled as more of like almost like a jumping mambo. So normal mambo, right, with my left foot would be back, recover, center, right? Frequently, I do this, and also a lot of the people in the competition this weekend did this, and it looks really cool. Not technically in the step sheet, but looks really cool. Is back with their right foot kicked, forward together, and then slide together. There is another section in this dance that has that written into the step sheet. This is written as a mambo, but I like to style it that way because it looks cool. So we went 5, recover, 6, 7. I'm taking a big step forward with my right foot, 7, and then 8, bringing my left foot to meet it. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that count of 8 really quick, starting with the back step touches. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. We're on our final count of 8 of part A. So we just did our step together. We're going to be starting, the first 3 counts are going to be a quarter turning jazz box. Okay, so I'm taking my right foot, I'm crossing 1, back 2, turning 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are going to be 4 just walking steps, and you're going to be making a 3/4 turn over your left shoulder. So I'm walking in a circle over my left shoulder back to face 6 o'clock. I have 4 steps to do it. Left, right, left, right. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, or 4, excuse me. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. I'm going to be doing a small jump with my feet apart to set up for part B. 8, just like we did with the modified restart. Okay, that is actually the end of part A, because that's how we want to set up into part B with the heel swivels. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that really quick, starting with a jazz box. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, walking. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that we have learned all 64 counts of part A of Mentirosa, let's go ahead and try those all together, starting with the back chugs. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, walks. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, part B. So part B, I would argue, is probably where we have more of the hip hop technique pop in. This is the verse, which is a little more confusing because a lot of times with Fergie's dances, the A is usually the verse of the song and the B is usually the chorus. With Mentirosa, it's backwards. So A is the chorus and part B is the verse. Okay, so we have 32 counts for part B. We started both times that we prepped for part B, we started with our feet jumped apart, right? So we're going to be starting with heel swivels outward. 1 and 2 and. I'm starting with my right foot. So 1, I'm swiveling my right heel out and returning it to center. 2 and on my left. 2 and. 3 and 4, I'm walking my feet inwards. Toes, heels, toes. 3 and 4. 5, I'm pressing forward on my right foot. 5, 6, I'm recovering back on my left foot and hitching. 6, and then 7 and 8, I'm doing a weave out to my left-hand side. 7 and 8. Okay, the one thing I will tell you about this is that pressing forward and recovering back into a cross, you're going to sometimes want to do, it's written as a hitch. Another option to make this flow is to press sweep or to press sweep and hitch. Either way, you need to cross your right foot behind your left foot in order to make the weave work in the last part of this 8 count. Okay, so let's just try with our feet split apart, starting with the heel swivels. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so we're on our second count of 8 of part B. We just did our weave 7 and 8 and 1. Remember, this is like a whole movement, but just for the sake of counting. And 1 is going to be a hitch slide. So, and hitching with my left foot. 1, I'm sliding out to my left-hand side, and then 2, I'm stepping my right foot together to meet it. In my demo video, I did this as small as I possibly could so that I stayed on camera, but in person, when you have space, take your time and actually like jump into that slide. And 1, together 2, okay? 3, 4 is a body roll up, just with my feet to center. So instead of a normal body roll is with my head first, a body roll up is going to be with your knees first. So you're going to go 3, 4. Okay. Body rolls aren't your thing. You can always just kind of shake in place for a second, but it's written as a body roll upward. Essentially, think of putting your knees up against, as though like you're like smacking like a wet towel or something, like up against a wall, and put your knees there first. So your knees are hitting the wall, then your hips are hitting the wall, then your chest, and then your face. That's probably a really weird way to describe it, but that's what the mechanics look like. So that's what we're doing. Okay. So the body roll is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Basically, our footwork is going to be almost like a mambo, kind of like we did in part A, except as I'm rocking back with my right foot. As I'm rocking back, I'm kicking my left foot out in front of me. 5, and recovering on that left foot, and then 6, taking a step forward with my right. Okay, doing that facing 12 o'clock. So I'm going 5 and 6, taking a step forward, and 7 and 8, I'm doing 2 knee pop or heel raises, essentially, and I'm making a quarter turn, and 7 and 8. Okay, your feet are kind of split because you just took a step forward with your right on 6. Your feet are kind of split apart a little bit, so you can go 7, 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that count of 8 really quick, starting from the slide. So I just went 7 and 8 and 1, 2, roll 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, we're on our third count of 8. We just did the knee pops, 7, 8, and 1, 2. I'm going to be doing a long sweep with my left foot. Okay, so and I'm taking a step back with my right foot, and 1, 2 is the sweep with my left foot. Okay, I'm going from front to back. So and 1, 2. Take a breath on count 2 because the rest of the song is syncopated. So having a hold count on 2 is gonna feel a little slow. Just make sure you hold that sweep over that second count. Okay. 3 and 4 is going to be a pony backwards with my left foot. So 3 and 4 hitching with my right foot. 5, 6 is going to be just a rock recover backwards on my right foot. 5, 6, that's a prep for a full turn. So full turn in 2 steps. 7, 8, facing our 9 o'clock wall. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that count of 8 really quick, starting with the sweep. We just did the 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are on our last count of 8 of part B. We just did the sweep, and then our full turn. We're facing 9 o'clock. To finish out, our last count of 8 is going to start at 6 o'clock. So as I'm finishing up that third count of 8, I'm making a quarter turn, and I'm shifting my weight onto my right foot. Okay, I'm opening up to my 6 o'clock wall. 1, I'm going to shift my weight over to my right, and then 2, I'm going to bump my left hip out to my left-hand side. So I'm going 1, bump 2. Okay, 3 is going to be the same thing on the other side. So I'm taking my hips, I'm going to roll them back the way that they were, 3, and then 4, I'm going to bump my right hip to my right side, 4. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm just going to be doing some cross point, and taking my right foot, cross, 5, 6, and then as I'm doing that, I'm shifting my weight, and then 7, 8. Okay, as you're doing that point and as you're kind of traveling, you're going to shift your weight so that your weight is split, because you're going to be starting again from 1 and 2, and or alternatively, you're going to be going cross point, splitting your weight, and then going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that count of 8 really quick. We just came out of our full turn, so we're facing 9 o'clock still, right? I'm going to make that extra quarter turn. So 1, bump 2, 3, bump 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now that we know all 32 counts of part B, let's go ahead and try that from the top, from the heel swivels. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so real quick, before we end the video, we're going to talk about the sequence, and then I'll run through the A phrase and then with the B phrase attached to it. Okay, so remember, the sequence is we're going to start with an A and then a restart. That's going to be, remember we talked about we're doing the 3 camel walks, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going into part B. Okay, that's the only time that happens in the song. The rest of the times that you're doing part A, you're doing all 64 counts. Okay, so let's go ahead and try part A into part B, just to make sure we got everything cemented. So starting with the back chugs, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Walks 5, 6, 7, 8. V's out 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go into part B again, 1 and 2. Okay, so that was all of Mentirosa. I hope you appreciated my guest star, Millie, for the last bit of that. I hope to see you guys out on the dance floor. Thank you guys for watching.